A major development from Canada is creating serious concern among thousands of international students, especially those from Punjab. Well, following the introduction of a new immigration law known as Bill C-12, nearly 30,000 individuals have received official notices from immigration authorities. And among them, around 9,000 Punjabi students are now facing the possibility of deportation. Well, the situation has triggered protest, legal confusion and growing anxiety across student communities. What is Bill C-12? In order to understand this issue, let us first look at what has changed. Under the new Bill C-12, Canada has significantly tightened its asylum rules. Earlier, students or immigrants could apply for asylum at any time after arriving in Canada, and the cases would often take years to process, allowing them to stay and work in the meantime. But now, the rule has changed. Applicants must file for asylum within 1 year of entering Canada, and if they fail to do so, their application can be rejected without even a hearing. And this new rule, implemented from 2025, is now affecting not just new arrivals but also many who are already living and working in Canada. Well, why are notices being issued? Now, the Immigration Department is sending notices to individuals who either applied for asylum after the 1 year deadline or are currently staying in Canada on expired work permits while claiming refugee status. And all these individuals are being asked a very direct question: that why did you not apply for asylum within 1 year of your arrival? Well, they have been given a strict deadline of 21 days until May 3 in order to respond. And here is the important part, that if they fail to reply, their work permits may be cancelled and deportation proceedings could begin. Well, what has been its impact on Punjabi students? Now let us talk about the scale of the impact. Every year, nearly 150,000 students from Punjab travel to Canada for higher education. And after completing their studies, many receive post-study work permits. And once those expire, some students apply for asylum as a way to extend their stay and continue working. And for years, this process allowed students to remain in Canada while their cases were pending. But with the introduction of Bill C-12, that pathway is now becoming extremely restricted. Thousands of students are suddenly finding themselves in legal uncertainty, and that is unsure about their future. Well, this has led to protest in Canada. This situation has already sparked public demonstrations, as on April 17, students from Punjab and other countries gathered in Winnipeg, raising their voices against the new rules. They demanded one clear thing, that is extension of work permits and protection from deportation. And the protests reflect rising frustration and fear among international students who feel caught in a sudden policy shift. Well, what has been the government's response? On the other hand, Canada's Immigration Minister Mark Miller has defended the new law. According to him, the objective is to make the immigration system more transparent and fair. He stated that refugee protection is meant for people genuinely fleeing war, violence or persecution, and not for those who remain in the country after their legal status expires. And the government says that this step is necessary in order to prevent misuse of the asylum system and ensure proper legal processes are followed. What happens next? Now, it is important to clarify one thing, that receiving this notice does not mean immediate deportation. It is an opportunity for individuals to respond and explain their situation. And if valid reasons are provided, such as medical emergencies, mental health issues or genuine safety threats, the case may still be considered. However, if the explanation is not accepted, work permits may be revoked, although a short grace period may still be available for further legal steps. Well, to conclude, Bill C-12 marks a major shift in Canada's immigration policy. And while the government sees it as a move towards transparency and control, it has created serious uncertainty for thousands of international students, particularly from Punjab. And in the coming weeks, how these students respond to the notices will decide their future in Canada. Well, for many, what once seemed like a pathway to opportunity has now become a race against time. That's all for now. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment and subscribe to the channel.